Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. We are back in Ostagar with our Elven Mage character Idris and a few other Grey Warden recruits, along with Alistair here. And the other two recruits are Jory and Davith. We just got back from the Krokari Wilds after encountering a couple of witches, maybe, as they seem to be known around here. Morgan and her mother Flemeth. And those two characters, I'm sure, will become of great importance soon. But for now, we were out in the wilds to procure some vials of Darkspawn blood, and also some papers, some sort of treaties that are that we need to do Grey Warden business. So let's see what Alistair has to say.
Let's get back to Duncan quickly. If we wait too long, you won't be able to swing a dead cat without hitting a Darkspawn.
All right, so he doesn't really want to talk to us, and he just wants us to get back to Duncan because we need to get back to him in order to do the joining, so that we can actually become Grey Wardens. But I don't want to do that right now. I have some things to take care of, namely, we need to... what do we need to do? Yes, we need to bring the strange flower to the kennel master that we found. I think... is there anything else? No. There's nothing else really there we need to do. But we need to go deliver that plant to the kennel master. And also, we have a decent amount of stuff in our inventory now that... you know, we might want to sell for some gold, because, you know, we don't have a ton of that to begin with. Let's head over this way.
I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
You administer blessings to elves, do you?
I merely pass on the Maker's blessings. He looks kindly on all who will receive him.
Alright. Does he destroy the homeland of those who he will not?
I'll not discuss politics here. Take your hatred and be gone.
Fine. Goes to show you how much they really care about actually spreading good word and doing good for people. It's this way. I don't think we can go this way.
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits for you right now.
Right. Yeah, we can't go that way. Okay. Good enough. So we need to go to the quartermaster. Actually, scratch that, we'll go and do this first. Hello there.
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope.
Well, good news for you. I got this flower right here.
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
Well, how long before there's an improvement?
A day, maybe two. There's enough ointment for him to make a full recovery. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
Huh. You think that's possible?
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
Well, that ain't saying much. But, okay. Interesting. That is a mean-looking dog right there. Holy cow, look at how freaking thick his legs are. Gosh, I would not want to see that coming after me. Alright. Quartermaster, I have things to sell you. Perhaps buy from you.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Perhaps. Let me see your other goods.
So long as you keep it quiet.
Yeah. I know the value of having, keeping people's secrets. Alright, let's see here. The Edge Silverite. Oh, right. Okay, so that's nice. I was worried that since we got all of these pretty powerful weapons because of the DLC, that we'd be able to use them, and it doesn't look like that'll be quite the experience straight off the bat, because they do require some, you know, level requirements and everything, which is nice, so that was going to prevent a little bit of that, but let's see what we can go ahead and sell. A wild's bow, short bow. Let's get rid of the short bows. Alright. Yep. Let's sell... I want to keep the arrows for now. A Darkspawn staff. I don't... It does a little bit more damage than our current blackened heartwood staff. However... Ooh, that's worth a lot of money, isn't it? I don't really want to be carrying around a Darkspawn staff. That doesn't seem smart. We have anything in here? Thane helmet. Chastened robes. Gives 6 defense. But plus 1 mil power and plus 1 magic. I almost want the mage robes versus the chastened robes, so I think we'll just go ahead and sell those. We'll keep the cowl. I don't really love the way that the hoods look in this game, so I don't know if I'll ever have one equipped. And I can't remember if there's a way to like hide the helmet in this game. Actually, let's check our options here. Game, show damage, subtitles. So would it be under video? No. I would have thought it would be under game. Pause at start of combat, save automatically. Okay, so yeah, there isn't a... that I can see anyway. There's no way to, like, make it so that your character unequips the helmet during conversations. There are ways to do that, I think, in the Mass Effect games, but it's not an option here.
Hello again. Is there something you
Yes,
need?
yes, yes, yes.
Some supplies. So long as you keep it quick.
I understand, I understand. Alright. Let's get back to selling some stuff. We now have over 2 gold, which is quite nice. There is another thing that I need. I need flasks. Empty flasks. In order to make potions. I don't see that he has any. So that's kind of a bummer. He's got, like... some acid flasks, rock salves, but not like just empty flasks. That's a bit of a bummer. Alright. I don't think there's any other merchant to really do anything here with. Chase and Crusher, Iron. Let's go ahead and sell that. I don't really see a reason to keep that. Barbarian Mace, Darkspawn Longsword. I don't want any kind of Darkspawn equipment, really. I think that is kind of not great. An Enchanted Dagger, Grey Iron, 12 Dexterity. I mean, we don't really have anybody that could be using this, necessarily, but I don't really want to give any of this stuff to anybody else right now. Enchanter's Footing. Plus 1 magic for the Fade Striders I think is going to be nice. Let's get rid of the leather armor. And let's go ahead and get rid of the chainmail. Yeah, I think that's fine. Got quite a bit of accessories available, but I don't really want to get rid of any of this right now because I haven't really done a lot of min-maxing and stuff, so this stuff might come in handy for checking out some of that. Dalish Promise Ring, Band of Fire. Ooh, that's really nice. Now I think some of these are from the DLCs that we have because we have the Ultimate Edition, and I'm not quite sure which ones are. I'm imagining some of these like crazy good ones are definitely from there, so I don't know if I'd want to equip those per se, and just yet. The way that I kind of see it is I kind of like to avoid using some of the DLC stuff until until you kind of get a bit out of the sort of initial areas. Kind of when you start assembling a party and getting settled as a party, I think that's when it starts to make a bit more sense that maybe different people had other things available, and they're kind of now all pooling your resources and have just picked up some things along the way. So I like kind of role-playing in that aspect. Engraved silver bowl. Don't think we need that. Sell? Because this is just other. So this encompasses things like junk and all sorts of things. I can't remember if these things actually do anything in terms of crafting. It's not under the crafting menu, so I wouldn't think so. But just in case, I want to kind of hold on to the precious metals. This tome gives the reader 1 point to spend on a skill, but is rendered useless afterwards. That is very nice. So we got up to 3 gold. I think we'll be just fine there. And the only other thing I haven't done is there was an opportunity to try to force our way into Taylor Locane's tent, and I'm kind of curious because I don't know if I've ever really done that before. I kind of want to see what he has to say. And actually, thinking about it, I actually haven't talked to these people either. So, what's your story, Davith?
You're the one we spent all that time waiting for,
Yeah, it is. How did the Grey Wardens find you?
I found them. I cut Duncan's purse while he was standing in a crowd. He grabs my wrist, but I squirm out and bolt. The old bugger can run, but the garrison caught me first. I'm a wanted man in Denerim, you see, so they were going to string me up right there.
Okay. So then what happened after that?
Duncan stopped them. Invoked the right of conscription. I gave the garrison the finger while I was walking away. Don't know why Duncan wants someone like me, but he says finesse is important and that I'm fast with a blade. You bet your boots I am. Besides, it beats getting strung up.
Yeah, that's true. That kind of sounds similar to my circumstances, actually, there, Davith. Where are you from?
I grew up in a village about a day's trip to the east. Little blot you wouldn't even find on a map. Haven't been back in years. I struck out for the city as soon as I could outrun my pa. I've been in Denerim for, what, 6 years now? Never liked it much, but there's more purses there than anywhere else.
Okay, so you're a cut purse.
And a pickpocket, thank you very much. Or was, anyhow. Who'd ever guess I'd end up a Grey Warden?
Interesting. What do you think of Duncan?
All right for an old bugger. He's faster than he looks, too.
All right, let's get out of here.
Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
What about you, Jory? What's your story?
Ready.
How did the Grey Wardens find you?
Last month, Duncan visited Highover, and the band held a tournament in his honor. I won the Grand Melee. It was hard to leave my wife. We married only a year ago, and she is heavy with child now. But Ferelden needs my blade, and I shall not falter.
Okay.
Indeed.
Let's get out of here. Interesting. Getting to learn a little bit about them. Does Wynn have anything else to
Back
say?
again? Don't the Grey Wardens need you? Off you go. I have preparations to make for the battle, and I won't be distracted.
Alright, I understand. Now, this place is open up now. They used to be guarded by that Templar guard. This is the King's? The Royal Enclave.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
Alright, fine. I should
As
go.
you wish.
Ah, this was the one. And there's nobody out there in front anymore. Alright. Well, that's a bummer. I guess I'll have to find out on some other playthrough on what happens if I try to push my way into Taylor Locane's tent, which is fine. Alright. The calm before the storm, I suppose. Can't think of anything else that we could really get up to. Who is this guy over here? A knight.
It's good to have Grey Wardens amongst us. With their help, perhaps we can push these things back underground for good.
Right, okay. I wonder whatever happened to those Ash Warriors. I don't know if we ever get an actual answer to that. But... Alright, so... just to confirm, I'm trying to do some crafting here. Yeah, we don't have any flasks, so we can't do any of that. Alright, without further ado, I guess let's go ahead and report back to Duncan and see what we can do and get this joining on the way.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have indeed.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Okay. So we met some people out in the wilds. A woman named Morrigan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Okay. Well... will you now tell us what this ritual is about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
So... you're saying the ritual can kill us?
As could any Darkspawn you might face in battle. You would not have been chosen, however, if I did not think you had a chance to survive.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Okay. Look, I don't like this any more than you do.
I only know that my wife is in Highever with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
But we don't know that, Davith.
Don't we? The Grey Wardens have saved the world from Darkspawn before. I'd say they know better than anyone what it takes. You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
Maybe
you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood, and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures?
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
I don't like the sound of this. Let's, what if we're not so sure about this? I didn't just, you know, go through all I did in the Mage's Circle, only to, barely avoid death or a terrible fate there, only to find out that I'm no better off here. Yeah, what if I'm not so sure about this?
Since the beginning, the Grey Wardens have been charged with finding those who were strong enough to attempt the joining, and recruiting them into our ranks for the good of all. Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward. sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No! You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
Jory, I think you should do it.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Well, pretty freaking bad, honestly. But I don't know if there's much of a choice here. There is a choice. Also, I noticed in the cinematics there's some weird clipping issues. I don't know what's causing that. Back when I was doing a lot of preliminary recording for the Prelude video, none of that happened. So I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, so that was far more painful than the harrowing.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Okay, so not a phylactery then. That's good.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
Very well.
The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Whew, alright. Alright, we got inventory overload. Hey, it was only a matter of time, but we have now become over-encumbered. You have 2 options. Clear space in your inventory by destroying, selling, or equipping items, or purchase a backpack to increase your inventory capacity. Alright, so how are we doing, actually? We're at 72 out of 70. Interesting. I thought we sold all these things. What? That's strange. Did we not sell all those things? I could have swore we just did that. +1 willpower, +2 constitution, Warden's Oath. Oh, also we have another ring slot. Why haven't I been equipped with another ring? Ice Band, +10% cold resistance, Memory Band, the Lucky Stone, the Wicked Oath. Yeah, some of these are definitely from the DLC. Let's do the Iced Band then, because that I don't think has been. Charm of Still Waters. We have one of those already. Spirit Charm. Let's go ahead and do the Warden's Oath. +2 Constitution. Apprentice's Amulet. Fire resistance, cold resistance, and 1 armor. That's actually kind of nice. Our belt is +3 defense, +1 spirit resistance. Yeah, let's keep those. I don't think we have any gloves that we can use right now. Death Siphon. Right. Okay. Good enough. So, did we just get all of our stuff back that we sold the Quartermaster? Okay, so the meeting with the king is over there. Oh, is it back this way? Also, what the heck is Alistair doing? Can I
If
talk
the
to
king
you?
wants to see you and Duncan, you probably shouldn't keep him waiting. He might get mad, start crying. You'll feel bad. Well, it won't be pretty.
Yeah, I'm sure they're just fine. Yeah, so we're back here at the... Here's the quartermaster.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Yeah, sure. Let's see what
Well,
you
let me
have.
know what you'd like.
Oh, there's the flasks. Ah, interesting. I don't know why this stuff wasn't showing up. Is it because we were looking specifically at the other items? That makes a bit more
Hello again.
sense.
Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Yes, other goods.
So long as you keep it quiet.
I see. Okay. That's just really weird. I'm not sure why that ended up happening that way. Enchanter's Staff is still worth 5, I see. But we can get more regular stuff from him the other way. Okay, interesting. Interesting. But I feel like we just had all this stuff. Studded leather greaves. Or is this the stuff that was equipped by Jory and Davith? That might be the issue there. Jason Flatblade Bots, Greatsword. Let's go ahead and sell that. We do need to sell some things, though, because I don't have barely any space in my inventory. So let's see what we can sell here. Studded leather gloves. Let's get rid of... or boots. Chainmail boots. Studded leather armor. Chainmail. Get rid of it. Blood Dragon plate. Let's get rid of the apprentice cowl. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of it. Chainmail gloves. I don't know. I can't equip that. I can't equip studded leather gloves either. Charm of Still Waters. We'll sell one of those. I did forget that the inventory system has a limit of items, not necessarily a limit of weight, which is kind of a bummer. So, you know, we're actually going to go ahead and get rid of these because we'll take the money currently, and if they are useful, then there's not going to be any shortage of those throughout. Rock salve. That's fine. Enchanted dagger. Let's get rid of just the regular dagger. Flat blade, barbarian mace. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that too. Okay, so that should open things up. Let's go ahead and talk to him again.
Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Yeah, let's get the regular
Let me
stuff.
know what you'd like.
Because the regular stuff... And the regular stuff you had... Do you have any just, like, cloth gloves that I can wear as a mage? No. Does not appear so. Backpack. Let's get a backpack, yes. Buy it. Thank you. We've got a backpack expansion, which is very nice. Grease trap. Distillation agent. One of the rare bulbs found in the Frostback Mountains. Interesting. The flasks. Flasks is what we need. Let's go ahead and buy 50 of them. That works. And I don't see any recipes here. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And let's do some potion making. I can create some lesser health poultices. Perfect. I can create some lyrium potions. And that's about it. Very nice.
Hello
We
again.
unlocked an
Is
achievement.
there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
I think he had
So
some
long as you
recipes
keep
under
it
the other goods. Concentrated deathroot extract recipe. Firebomb recipe. Those seem like traps. Improved herbalism. Rock salve. That could be useful, though. Requires improved herbalism. We do have the money for it, so I'd rather have it now than need it later. We have 17 lesser health poultices, 3 regular health poultices, and a decent bit of lyrium potions. Let's go ahead and... I think that should be good. I think that should all be good. Alright, thanks there, Quartermaster. I doubt there's anybody else that we can talk to now.
Welcome, Grey Warden, and congratulations on your success.
Okay. I think we've asked those questions before, so I don't really need to talk about them.
Back again? Don't the Grey Wardens need you?
Any improvement here with the dog?
The Mabari's responding well. As I said, come back after the battle's done. He's bound to be livelier then.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we can do in this camp. I think the thing that always makes me paranoid in these in like BioWare games is the fact that a lot of the different interactions that you can have. Oh, what? Why is there battle music? Game, can you chill out? I don't know why it's doing the battle music so hard right now. Is it gonna fade away, please? Okay, I think it's fading away. But as I was saying, in the BioWare games, there's a lot of different interactions that can happen that are just dependent on different stages of the world or different stages of the quest. Like after you get done with something, like some place like this can change up the layout a bit and different NPCs move and you can get different interactions, and if you don't like seek them out, you can just miss them. So I like to be a bit thorough when it comes to that, so that we don't miss on anything too crazy. But we do have a level up, so let's go ahead and get this level up taken care of before we continue. Let's see here. You know, I don't think we really need any reason to put anything into our strength or dexterity. I kind of want to just keep doing stuff with magic because, I mean, we're trying to be a super powerful mage, really. That's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's actually put a bit more into willpower there. Alright, we can level up. We get 2 spells this level. Rock Armor. The caster's skin becomes as hard as stone, granting a bonus to armor for as long as this mode is active. So, that could be quite nice. Flame Blast. Frost Weapons. We could do Shock. Cone of Lightning. Ooh, I can do Virulent Walking Bomb. The caster magically injects a target with corrosive poison that inflicts continual nature damage, because I don't think a Walking Bomb does. If the target dies while the effect is still active, it explodes, damaging nearby targets and possibly infecting them in turn. A target cannot be infected with both. Right, so what this can do is it can spread the walking bomb. So if once one person explodes, it can spread it to the rest, which I think is really cool, and I want to do that. Let's see. Mana Drain. Mana Cleanse. Spell Might. Spending mana rapidly and suffering penalty to mana regeneration. Don't know if I want to do that. Entropy. magic. We got weakness, inflicting penalties. So these, right, these are debuffs. I kind of would like a glyph of paralysis. I think that could be very useful. Alright, let's do that. Alright, good deal. We have a decent amount of stuff here. Can we click and drag this? Swap weapon sets? No. I can expand that way, though. I see, I see. Quick bar unlocked. Quick bar locked. Okay. Good deal. Let's go ahead and drop a full manual save. And let's go see what the king wants from us.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the recruit I met earlier on the road? I understand congratulations are in order.
I didn't have a choice, really.
I suppose none of us do. But every Grey Warden is needed.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
You mean I won't be fighting in the battle, exactly?
We need the beacon. Without it, Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
I'm not complaining. That's fine by me.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Kalen. A glorious moment for us all.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
Where is this Tower of Ishal exactly? Or actually, you know what? Stop your whining. We have an important job.
We must do whatever it takes to destroy the Darkspawn. Exciting or no.
I get it, I get it. Just so you know, if the king ever asks me to put on a dress and dance the Remigol, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no.
I don't know. That could be a great distraction.
Me shimmying down the Darkspawn line? Sure. We could kill them while they roll around laughing.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
Okay. So when exactly do we light the beacon, though?
We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
Right. I know what I have to do. Can we join the battle afterwards? So, you mentioned this archdemon. What happens if the archdemon does appear?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
Okay.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
Right. So, how much time do we have exactly?
The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
Right. Alright, I know what I have to do.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Alright. Alistair disapproves, -5. Whatever.
Let's just get to the tower. It may not be the most glamorous job, but we'd best not dawdle.
Yeah, whatever. And Alistair's got to level up, so let's actually take care of that real quick. He's gonna need some strength. Let's give him all strength. Yep. And, threaten. Yes. We do want to have him draw. So, there we go. Alright, let's not dawdle. Let's, get over to this tower then, shall we? I guess we'll just have to watch the battle from afar.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.